Welcome to heaven, motherfuckers.
How do you like my garbage truck? This truck is in honor of Kamala and Joe Biden.
You guys see those sweet dance moves? I'm working on those all week.
The weird thing is I could see you dancing like that, actually. Actually, last night, I'm pretty sure you were dancing like that.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Luckily, I didn't get a lot of video because I wasn't paying attention to my phone. I was paying attention to you. What's going on, everybody? We're on time today. Can you believe it?
I wonder how many people lost money tonight on if you're going to be here on time or not.
See, we got to always keep them on the fence. Either like, it's almost like jumping. You don't want to bet because he may jump, but maybe not. It's like a 50-50. So if you're betting we're going to be late, it's like a 50-50 bet. But today we're on time. I don't even know how because I feel like total garbage today. But Terry kept me out way too late last night with all his shenanigans and always wanting to do shots.
No, I didn't want to do one of those shots. Not one.
You said the whole time, hey, when's the next shot? What do you want to do for shots?
I didn't say the S word one time.
I might have said it. Terry's not a shot guy. He's just this
gross.
Buckets of Michelob Ultra guy. That shit's gross.
2 buckets.
Oh, so they're on you right out of the gate. What's going on? Terry looks like he had too much sun. Terry never goes out in the sun. Terry wears jeans and long shirts when it's like 90 degrees out. Oh, let's see who's on board today. Yes, Patrick, today we made it. We were on time. See, Dylan can't even look. Last week, 37 minutes late. Today, right on time. Can never tell what's going to happen over here. Hopefully, we got the computer issue sorted out. I've basically deleted everything off this computer now except this program. So if it doesn't have enough whatever the fuck computers use to do this, then I don't know what else to do. Where are you tonight, Terry? In your living room?
Yeah, in the penthouse, you know.
It's nice. We weren't actually late today. We scheduled it at 8 o'clock, but it really starts at 8:05. Just so people know. That gives us 5 minutes in case something gets fucked up, but sometimes that 5 minutes turns into 45 minutes on occasion. So what's up, Tommy? What's up, Robert, Dalton? My balls itch. T. Diddy got more moves than a chicken on X-Lax. T. Diddy does have moves. You should see him. Once he loosens up, if you ever go out with him, this guy parties. Don't kid yourself. This innocent little baby face he has is all lies. Deep down, him and Gator are wolves and gators.
That's accurate.
No fake book live tonight. Oh, it's not on Facebook? It should be. It's clicked up here on Facebook.
Looks like it.
Is it not? I don't know. As per usual, I'm sure we screwed something up. What's going on? What's happening? What's up? It's happening, everybody. Good to see everyone this weekend. Hope everyone had a good time. For anyone who got to go to PRI, looked like a great time. We will be there next year. This year was just way too much going on in this week. Coming back from dig or die, I had to get the truck apart to get it freshened up, because this realistically, these next 1, 2, 3 weeks, I guess 2 weeks, are the only time of the year that I have to do anything on the truck that doesn't cut into our schedule. So is that my phone popping off? I think it is. So yeah, we had to pull the truck apart this week. I had a lot of stuff to clean up. As everyone knows, Christmas is coming, so I'm heading back north. No, we will not be doing the Christmas tree race currently. At this exact moment, my truck looks like this. So that motor is not going to run at the time being. No, we took the motor out, stripped it all apart. We're waiting on bearings, rings, just freshening it up. Throwing a new set of heads on it, which I'm excited about. Free it up a little bit more. Try to make a little more power now that everyone else, every year it seems like you get a little bit faster and everyone else gets 3 times that. So
A lot faster.
we're trying to stay up to date with everybody else. So the last show we had was when we had our Orlando event, I believe, 2 Sundays ago. So this week, past weekend, as everyone knows, was Dig or Die, which we attended and did all right. I mean, if I can go every year and do a couple more rounds than we did the year before, that means we're moving in the right direction.
Yep.
Why is this comment stuck? Hold on a minute. There we go. So we went to Dig or Die, which was extremely cold. Terry was lucky enough to not make that trip.
I was real busy that weekend.
Oh, that was definitely a climate change for us coming from way down here going north. Oh, yeah, it's not working on YouTube. It's clicked on YouTube. Maybe we got to fix something. I don't know. We'll post it up after, I guess. Because, yeah, Facebook at the top of this thing says you're live. View on Facebook. Hold on 1 second. Let's see. Yeah, we're on Facebook. I'm not sure whether I can't find it. It should be on Facebook. It is live on Facebook. It was cold from us coming from the north.
Even coming from the north.
Yeah, it was crazy. The first night at Dig or Die, I think it got down to what you guys say is 19 degrees, and what we say is like -7 or 8 degrees Celsius. That's cold. I don't think I've ever raced anywhere near anything at that temperature. We'll get to it, Dalton. Dalton sent me a couple of things for you tonight. What's that shitty Temu Wi-Fi? It's on Facebook. It says it's on Facebook. I don't know why it's not. Fucking Dylan. So yeah, we went to Dig or Die. We tried 26s for the first time. That was an experience. I was kind of disappointed. I went really soft with 26s because I've never ran a 26. It looked extremely ridiculous and tiny on the truck. So I didn't want to make my usual appearance of coming out there and just blowing the tires off from one end to the other. So we went super conservative to try to make first round, and it was just too conservative. The truck didn't spin the tires. It probably could have taken a lot more looking at it afterwards. But again, running a 26, I'm going to keep using those tires, and I think we're going to do a little bit of testing with them down here because I think there's potential there. But I don't know. I don't know if I want to get into racing on 26s. It changes everything on the truck. It even changes the angle of how it sits and everything else. So, I mean, it's just going to be having to adjust more variables than we already have to deal with. So we'll play around with them and see. So 26s was a challenge. The next day I asked them if you could double enter, and when I got there, they said no. And then right before driver's meeting, there were a few guys that I saw that had doubled entered, so I asked them again, and they were like, yeah, you can double enter. So I was like, okay. So we kind of threw our hat into small tire. I don't want to race small tire, dig or die. I think those guys are a level above me currently. But we entered in small tire just to get a test hit to see, putting 28s back on, just making sure everything worked. So this was let me see if I can find it here. This was our small tire pass. Wasn't a bad pass. Wasn't a great pass. Wasn't fast enough to beat the guy who was beside me that actually had a pretty cool car, but it looked like it was probably had 1,500 pounds in the trunk of it, which a lot of people at Dig or Die do. What we did learn from that pass, though, is when you load extra weight, which I think we added 200 more than we've ever added in the bed of the truck, that you have to keep an eye on your shocks in the rear. Because that pass with that weight, going and looking at the data log after the fact, the rear shocks were basically riding the bump stops. There was no rear shock. It was just too much weight. So that's kind of the reason we put coilovers in the back of the truck, is for more backside stuff, because a monoleaf won't carry the kind of weight you're looking to carry at some of these surfaces. So that's why we've incorporated coilovers, just to help get our ride height back and give us back a little bit of shock. So going back to the pits, freezing our nuts off out there, we lifted up the back of the truck and put a little more coil in them to help lift the truck off of the actual housing of the shock, which seemed to help a lot. Says the guy with rear mount turbos. Yes, I agree. No one should do rear mount turbos. It's a horrible idea.
Idiots.
Only idiots do that.
Idiots.
It's weird saying 28 looks fine. 28. Yeah, when we put them on it, we have 15 by 10 inch wheels, and we were put on a 26 by 8.5, and it looked like all those trucks you see down here in Florida on 24 by 16s with regular street tires, and the sidewalls are all bending in. I'm not a fan of how it looks, but like I said, we'll give it a go. I mean, we have the tires now, so we might as well try to do something with them. That's true.
Agreed.
I did miss Terry there, but I had my buddy Mike there, who was a big help, and Brake Clean Billy was there, king of Brake Clean, and the kid from Fueled by Hustle was there giving us a hand too. So we had a decent crew. I don't think at Dig or Die you need nitrous. We were really leaving on not a lot of boost because that surface is pretty tough. But we went back and did round one and actually pulled Zoloff, which I've seen Zoloff, that car, do a lot of damage at a lot of places. And I was like, fuck me. Of course, we got to get a hitter right out of the gate for Extreme Street. But now I knew we'd had some shocks back because we adjusted it. So I had more confidence that the truck was actually going to go fast now and do a little bit better. So this was our first pass against Zoloff's, the Silver Mustang.
Oh, he did small tire. Okay, so this is Extreme Street. Mike Corley's out of small tire. I didn't realize he was double classing. Okay. There we go. Mike Corley for the win. Left lane.
Look good.
Yeah. decent pass. What a night and day difference when you have actual suspension back in your car. 60-foot came back. It definitely left a lot harder. That's where we suffered with that first pass. And it kept getting on the tire because we basically had no suspension. So it was nice to have some suspension back, made a decent pass, got through first round. I mean, we were there to try to win Extreme Street. That was the whole thing. So I could care less about those other classes. So on to second round we went. Ben should always know, if there's double, triple classing, quadruple classing, the S10 will be in all of them. That friggin' Blazer that was there, that nitrous Blazer, that thing was in every class. I just kept seeing it reappear, and it was confusing the shit out of me because I was like, what class are we on now?
Yep.
They're like, oh, this is low budget nitrous. I'm like, what the okay. And then they come back up. I'm like, what class is this now? Small tire. I'm like, this thing's in fucking every class.
Yep.
Those guys went hard.
Yeah.
Oh, they went rounds for sure. That's a street car.
Awesome.
But I mean, it's a lot easier too when it's that cold out because all your stuff cools down. Like, I doubt that guy could do that same thing in the dead of summer, like the one they do in July. That'd be way too aggressive. So yeah, we moved on to round 2. We drew another pickup for some truck-on-truck crime. Nice little S10, like Terry's style, the old style. And this was that pass.
So here we go, guys. Corley over in the right lane. That is Maxwell's dad. Left lane, that is James Newton. So we got Canada versus Tennessee right here on the line. Dig or die. Oh! Oh! Corley takes the win. Newton got out of shape. Watch Corley pull the wheels on the line. Corley goes right into a wheel stand. Has to run back down. Newton strikes the tires, and then it's just, they're side by side. And then Newton hit the scramble and got loose. And there goes Corley to the next round.
I mean, that's pretty sweet.
That was a good race. It did pull the tires. I pedaled it to try to bring it back down because I know with that truck, if you don't catch it early, it's not a good situation. I mean, it looks cool. Everyone would cheer, but we definitely lose. So pedaled it twice just to keep the nose down. And then after that, yeah, we were side by side the whole time. The good thing is my truck back half's pretty decent, which we've learned over the years here. It's not really fast in the front half, but once it settles in, it's pretty quick out back. We do get good mile an hour, so I was happy with that pass. And then round 3, we raced. I don't actually have a video for round 3. Round 3, we raced a Mustang. I think it was red. I could be wrong. He jumped super early, so there wasn't really a pass. I just let off the brake because... Thank you, Dalton. Yeah, so round 3, the guy beside us jumped, so it wasn't even a race. I just let go of the trans brake and rolled the pass. In hindsight, it's one of those things that's 50-50. You don't want to wear the tires out making a full pass, but I feel now in hindsight that I probably should have tried it for the data so that on the 4th pass we were a little more dialed. It's hard to, I don't know. I'm on the fence with that because those tires are only so good, especially in those conditions, for so long. And I felt like saving the tires was more beneficial, but in hindsight now, I probably should have made that pass and got more data. We really need to start, especially at Dig or Die. From what I know, a lot of guys are using traction control now and are figuring out good curves for that system on their car. We have traction control in the truck. I just don't really mess with it. I should probably more than I do. I think that's one of the things in 2025 we're going to start messing around with a little more and trying to learn and trying to utilize all the tools we have in our toolbox to go faster and more consistent. So we, yes, it back half's decent if it's not on the bumper in the 60s. Very true. So yeah, we went on to round number 4. We pulled the black MR2 out of Indiana. Very fast car. Seen it at what's that thing they do in Detroit? PYOP. Milan's PYOP. So I knew we had to do something. He's probably 1,000 pounds lighter than me. And yeah, we swung at it and wasn't the greatest pass. Should have just actually left in what we had. These are the kind of lessons it's hard not to get in your own head, especially when you're getting later in the night. But because the surface was getting actually worse, the colder it got, we actually should have just kept turning it down more, and it probably would have been faster. So this was our final fourth round and final pass.
Or Maxwell.
Yeah. Maxwell was not impressed with that. We put a little too much sauce right around the 330, lost the tire, truck went sideways. I had to pedal it twice, and there's no way you're going to catch that MR2 if you lose the tire like that. We left together, which was good. And I was like, oh, we got a chance. And then as soon as it started spinning, I just watched him walk out of my life. And I was like, well, we had a chance. That's the end of that. So that was our dig or die experience. I'd like to go back in the spring. We're going to have to see with all the stuff going on down here where we're at with everything. March is going to be another busy month. So, but hopefully in spring it'll be a little bit warmer, because that wasn't very fun being that cold. Like I'm okay normally, but at night there it was cold. Like it was not pleasant cold. So you had to be by a fire barrel or some kind of heat source in order for it to be decent. Especially people who are just standing around watching. Like we sat on the bleachers for a little bit, and you get cold because you're not doing anything. You're just sitting there.
Not moving.
Facebook sucks. It's not live. That's weird, because it says live here on my thing. It says you can view it, but I guess not. We'll post it up after. I apologize to all the Facebook people, but it is what it is. So yeah, that was dig or die for us. Terry, you think you want to come in the spring?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, I like it there.
I am going home this week. Actually, I'm flying back this week. It's Christmas time. Time to go home, spend time with the family. That's not nice. Jeff had a tough weekend. It happens to the best of us. I've gone places where we don't make any rounds. It's tough. It's stressful, especially when you're driving like 12 hours. It's nice that you can enter a couple of classes. That's the way I looked at it too. I'm like, worst case scenario, we enter 3 classes, we get to do 3 passes, minimum. At least that 12-hour drive isn't for nothing.
Yeah.
I don't know about hot water. That could be deadly. So that was our dig or die experience. Like I said, the truck is apart now. Everything looks good. We just got to put rings and bearings, slap it all back together. It should be all back together by the time I get back. I should be back down here beginning of January. And then we have a bunch of stuff coming up over the winter here. We've got, starting off January 18th. Where are our flyers? I'm telling you, I'm going to need glasses soon.
Not soon. You need them now.
January 18th, we have the Redemption 4 race. That's the Redemption race from the Fall Brawl. Similar rules to the Fall Brawl. Basically, everything will be the same as Fall Brawl, other than we're not doing King of Immokalee. That was, he was already crowned last race at the Fall Brawl. Maybe we'll think of something cool to do for the Redemption race. I haven't really, need some time off to sit back and think about something. We'll definitely do the Power Wheels race. Hopefully more kids come out this time. That was weird last time that there was only 3 or 4 of them. But maybe they didn't have enough notice. And then after that is the biggest race we have and the final race at Immokalee. So if you're planning vacation, we've got an official date. Tell your friends. North versus South 2 will be February 22nd. Olympy's coming back down. We're doing the same payout structure as we did before. We'll have money on top as we did before. Similar deal as last year. The track will be scraped, and we're basically redoing what we did last year for North versus South. Same classes. Payment structure will be, you'll get paid after what, second round? Was it second round or third round? Second round.
Yeah.
You start getting paid back after second round, so the more rounds you win, the more money you make. It's our way of kind of giving back at the end of the season to all the racers who come out and, you know, guys who go rounds like myself. We went 4 rounds and you make $0.0.
Yep.
So it's just our way of giving back to everyone who comes out and races with us. It's still a great pot for the winner. I think last year was close to 10,000. Like I said, we do put money on top to help out with that, but it's a great race. North versus South last year was fire.
It was awesome.
I mean, hopefully less crashes this year, or none would be ideal. None would be the best case scenario. That's what I'd like to see, is 0. But hopefully now people know that surface. You're not just going to jump out there and run a 490 out of the hole. It's not going to happen. I'd be interested to know what they ran by the end of the night. I don't think it was that miraculous of a number. But who knows? It wasn't in the finals, so I can only go off what I see.
Yeah.
When's Limpy's place have their event in Texas? You going out? Terry and I have talked about going to visit Limpy for something. We're not sure which one yet. Awesome, Patrick. We'll see you again this year. Yeah, the February race is a good race. It's a good time of year. There's not much racing going on. Guys who have put their cars back together. You know, if you come a week earlier, there's testing there. I know there won't be testing there the night before the race because of the scraping. But if you come a week prior, they always have test and tune. Or is there a truck race that weekend?
There is something right before.
But the Friday will still be test and tune. I think it's another truck event they're doing. I think they stacked the truck events before all our events this time. Because we have a truck event, this one, before when I get back, the New Year's event, which is what? Yeah, 10th and 11th, and maybe it's 2 weeks before. 10th, 11th, ours is the 18th. No, I don't know. My math skills are way off right now. But either or, you can come earlier, a week earlier, and get some testing in at Immokalee if you want to test, but the surface will be different for North versus South.
Yeah.
And then we had a fan submission for a new t-shirt.
Fucking Maxwell. Look at that spit bubble he's got down there.
The spit bubble makes it.
God.
We might have to get together a shit show t-shirt like that. We'll see. Maybe something in the new year. We've been working on the Diddler's truck. See him there in his flip-flops. Like I said, always wears pants and a sweater even when it's hot out.
It was cold.
It wasn't cold.
It's not hot.
We got to give a shout out to Michael Poland and Nitrous Express hooking us up.
Mm-hmm.
We're working on his intake to soon realize that it needs to be a high ram because we can't put the... Well, actually, we planned on a high ram, so we're just this was a preemptive strike to get everything together so Terry can put it back together like Legos if I'm not here. So we were working on the dingo to try to get that going. What else? What other news do we got going on this week? I know back home they're doing the first PYOP in Toronto at the back of the track. I think they're going to have a live about that tomorrow.
Sweet.
John Legato and Mike Batista. John Legato was the guy who won from Canada, Dig or Die, last weekend.
Mm-hmm. And Batista came down to one of our events the first year.
Yeah. And now Brandon Mork's head's even bigger than it ever was. Now he's got a Dig or Die win under his belt. It's happening, dude.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that car was moving.
It was moving. What else we got going on? I feel like now that PRI's over, everything's going to kind of fade out for a little bit. I know there's the Christmas tree race this weekend. Is it this weekend? I think Happy said he was coming down on Wednesday. I'll be flying out Wednesday, so I won't be able to see him.
Yeah, I think it is this weekend.
Yeah. So they'll be down here for the Christmas tree race. And then I guess it's Christmas, New Year's. New Year's, they might be doing some shit somewhere that they always do. And then we're going to be back in 2025. New year, new phone, who dis?
Motors
Changing my phone number. Oh, he knows. He's already slowly been stealing T-shirts out of the bin, putting them aside to give them as gifts.
That's not true.
It could be true.
This could be. It might be. Awesome.
Yeah, I wonder why Facebook doesn't work.
I don't know.
Because to me, it says it's live.
It looks like it's checked up there, but
It is checked. And even here it says. Huh. It's weird. Who knows? But yeah, we don't really have a lot more to talk about. Went out last night. Had our Christmas party.
Allegedly.
Allegedly had a Christmas party-ish. Really just went out for drinks. Truck's getting ready. What's happening with you, Terry? Putting the dingo up for sale in the new year and getting your Ferrari that you wanted?
Yep. More than you can afford, pal.
Facebook isn't live at all. I'm getting 100 messages saying that, so
I know. Me too.
can't help you. I don't run Facebook. We tried our best.
No.
We suck at this.
Yeah, dingo. I'm probably gonna sell it. Start over with something else. Streetcar.
You don't know anything about street cars.
Legit streetcar. Not that loose term you use.
You know what's weird? It's on here. Live. Huh. I don't know. I fucked this all up.
Yeah, you did.
The 20th is the Christmas tree race, and the 27th is the New Year's Nationals.
20th and 27th.
Billy draped in T. Diddy gifts. Oh, for the 18th, the sweaters came in, so we do have sweaters available. Anyone who's at the 18th race, and that picture I showed before, these are the tees for the redemption we'll have on sale at the event. Every time I'm like, you can order them online, but we sell all of them at the event, so there really isn't any for sale online. Going to sell the dingo, I'll not convince you. The bank owns it. They just lend it to us. Who knows? We may take the dingo to a Mockley and Terry puts it on the bumper one time and falls back in love with it. He just hasn't had a chance for the dingo and him to bond. Oh, and we're bringing this. This guy will be out here on the 18th again. He will be our flagger on the 18th, and Limpy will be our flagger in February on the 22nd. So both events. Alex did a good job last time flagging here, so now I got to put up with him for 4 days in my trailer with me. He doesn't book a 2-day flight. He makes it a vacation.
No. Yeah.
It's a full week. Extended stay. So
because of how much fun you had last time he was here.
Him and Maxwell can cuddle together on the couch again. He loves that. There you go. If T Diddy gets a fox body, we're not going to be friends anymore.
That's not true.
I can't talk to him.
Just be
What's the plan after Immokalee closes? I don't know. I don't know if there is a plan. We have a plan for our events. We'll still be doing Orlando, and then we have a couple of tracks that have asked us to do events with them. So we'll be making those announcements in the new year. We got a couple of cool places, so I think the events will still go on. They're just sadly won't be in South Florida anymore, which really sucks. Because I like it down here, and it really sucks for the local community too, because this is the last racetrack anywhere in the South here. But there have been rumors and things going around that someone else is going to open something somewhere down here and that. But until that happens, I mean, we've got to keep doing what we're doing. So Alex is the worst flagger in Canadian history. Yeah, but he's been the best. Not the best, one of the best flaggers in Florida history. So maybe it's just in Canada he doesn't do well. Too many people he knows. What the hell does this say? T Diddy going to win 13. Oh yeah, that's true.
Christmas.
Chris, I saw in his closet there all those shirts. He had 300 CTSV shirts, and I was like, why do you have so many of the same shirt? It's like it's 7x entries on each purchase.
Yeah.
He's trying to sway the odds.
No big deal.
Hey, if he wins that wagon, that's a nice wagon. 1320 is giving away there. That would be sweet. That's a family cruiser.
That's what I'm after. Street car.
That's it. And then we'll rip the motor out of that, put twin turbos on it, and then it won't be a street car again. It'll be completely unreliable and fucking...
We're not doing that.
Yes, we definitely saw the high heels collection as well. I wasn't going to bring it up, but if you're bringing it up, I mean, we're all friends here. Leadfoot City is not, for a couple of reasons. I think they already have a promoter there that works there that's going to be doing events there. I've heard the shutdown is very short, and some of the cars that we have may not be comfortable driving there. I know my truck, for one, sucks anywhere that doesn't have a decent shutdown. But I think they are working on that, so they're going to improve it. So you never know, maybe in the future. But as of now, we reached out to them in the very beginning to do some stuff and then never heard back from them. So we'll let them do their own thing. I'm good with that. Do you buy any SRC shirts? I don't think you have.
Nope.
No.
I thought about that truck.
Really? What are you going to do with that truck?
I'm going to go to Cars and Coffee.
You're not going to go to Cars and Coffee with that.
Do what I want.
They're locked in with Boost Boys or whatever. Yeah, I have no idea. Not only that, it's kind of far from here when you actually go and see what's going on there. It looks like a cool place, but it's more of like the vibe I get. It's more of like an entertainment venue, almost like, I don't want to say Disneyland, but like the same kind of, there's a lot going on there. It's not like just a racetrack. They have a drift pad. They have like amphitheaters. They have all kinds of stuff. It looks cool, super cool, but I don't think it's what we're trying to do. Does that make sense? It's not really like a venue that would work for what we're trying to do. I think would be the best response. But we have talked to a place about doing a full weekend event, doing a backside the first day, front side the second day. So we have some cool stuff coming up in the new year. I can't release it yet because it's not 100% yet, but we're close. We're close to, it'll definitely be something cool to look out for. When is Dylan doing a giveaway card? Dylan, message me. XS10 Terry in 2025.
Yeah, change my name.
I don't know. I still feel like
Don't start.
once we get her going, I think you're just sad because you can't drive it right now. We'll see. I still have faith that Terry will be rocking the S10. Alex about at 10 pineapple parties.
That's why he booked extra days this year.
Yeah, obviously there must be something he wants to do down here with us.
More time at the pineapple park.
Oh God, they were playing cornhole the other day. There was a cornhole tournament when I pulled in here. It was getting rowdy. Looked like it was getting turned up. I just drive by, put the windows up before they bring me in there as a ringer.
You've never thrown a cornhole bag.
I've thrown a couple bean bags around, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, you definitely throw some bean bags around.
No, there was one time here. This is a true story. I was walking by to go to the laundry.
Many more of your true stories, by the way. At alleged dinner, you had a few true stories that I don't.
Yeah, we're not going to share those on here because I've already shared enough on the table, and we'll keep our stories to ourselves. But this one's not bad. I was going to the laundry here one time, and this guy runs up to me, and he's like, "Hey, you know we got cornhole tournaments here?" I didn't even know what that meant. I'm like, that sounds really gay. What the fuck is cornhole? Like, we don't have that in Canada. I've never even heard, like, to me, when someone says you got cornholed, it's like, that's not really an ideal thing you want to be involved in. So this guy comes up and he's like, "Hey, you know we got cornhole tournaments here?" And I'm like, "Okay.
Sign me up.
I'm not really interested in that." And he's like, "No, I'm the reigning," he told me he's the reigning champion here for the last 7 years. But like flexing on me like, "Oh, you got to come out and, you know, so he can beat my ass too." Not literally.
Shout out the title?
Yeah. And I was like, what? I didn't know what he was talking about. And he's like, you know, where we play out front, throw the fucking bags into the thing. That's not like Canada doesn't play that sport. So yeah, it was awkward at that time because I had no idea what it was, and then I figured out what all that is, and they legitimately have tournaments here, but for like no money. I'm like, what kind of tournament? Everyone should be throwing in some cash if you're going to do a tournament, just so this guy can flex around the trailer park with his beer belly, saying he's the cornhole champion.
They made gold chains, just like your trophies.
I should do that. We should, you know, I have a good idea. We should start a cornhole tournament over here. Do it like buy-ins.
Yeah, what the plan was after Immokalee closes. We're stumbling into.
We're getting into the. There it is. We're getting into the cornhole tournament game. There's going to be different leagues, like 20 and under, 30 and under.
Those will never
50
fill.
and under, or 50 and over. I guess you got to go over at that point, or it doesn't make sense. 30 to 40, 40 to 50, 50 plus. Sandbaggers class. Beanbaggers class. Oh, shit. Yeah, we can. Oh, you hit the same one, didn't you?
Nope.
You can out cornhole me. Terry's house isn't exactly up the street. It takes a little while to get there after you go through 6 different security fucking things.
They only use that mirror under your truck one time. It's not a big deal.
It is. Austin said he's in for the cornhole tournament.
We're on to something.
Maybe we should have one on the 18th.
Oh, God.
Like side gambling, cornhole tournament, winner take all. $20 entry. That's not a bad plan, actually. I'm going to look into this. We might have just found our new thing. It's either
See,
that or
guys-
pickleball's another one.
We're not doing pickleball.
What do you mean? They love pickleball.
You love pickleball.
No, actually,
Yes,
you should
you
come
do.
here and we should play.
I'm
I'd
not
smoke your
ever
ass. It's like ping
going to
pong
play- See,
and
a
tennis.
second ago you didn't know anything about pickleball. Now, all of a
No, I
sudden,
know
you're pretty
everything
confident.
about pickleball. I actually have the lady at the front
Yeah,
desk
go
gave
get
me
your
the
pickleball
official.
thing.
She gave me the official rules. She said, "Hey, do you ever play pickleball?" And I'm like, "Oh my god, another sport we've never fucking heard of. Floridians play some weird shit here." No, what's pickleball? And she's like, "That little court over there." I was like, "Okay." She's like, "Yeah, it's like ping pong and tennis combined. It's like tennis for old people or fatties like myself who don't really want to play tennis because it's too much running and it's a little bit of exercise past ping pong." And yeah, she gave me there's a whole fucking yeah. See, it does sound gay. Sounds gay as shit. Sinister branded cornhole bean bags, and we'll make them skin color. Put a little hair on
Flesh colored.
it, flesh colored with some hair. And you got to throw your bean bag in the hole. So stupid.
That's what we do here.
So, what was I saying? Yeah, there's actual rules to pickleball. I didn't know there's like an international pickleball rule set. Yes,
care.
there is.
I don't
I
care.
swear, I have the
I hate
paperwork.
pickleball. Pickleball's
Why
gay.
do you hate it?
Just because you play it.
It's ping pong for adults.
Those short shorts and New
It's
Balances.
a lot of Corvette owners like to dabble in the pickleball
That's because
arena.
they don't have to change outfits.
That's what I'm saying. Just jump out the vet. I bet you Jeff Thomas will like pickleball.
You shut up.
Terry lives in Mansionville.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, see? He knows. It's popular. Yeah, we're going to look into a cornhole tournament on the 18th in between rounds when people are cooling down.
Ridiculous.
People are on my vibe here. They get it. They get what I'm saying. Wrinkled cornholes. Terry does. Terry's got a set. That's what you need, Terry.
You won't let me get one.
You would totally fit
You
a Corvette
said no. Oh,
with
that's
those
the
short
opposite of
jean
what you
shorts. No. You need a family car. You're a family man, Terry. You need to be responsible. Can't have a Corvette. That's not for families.
Listen,
That's a
you were
selfish
mad
man's car.
You were mad because I wanted a track hawk last night. Now I can't have it.
No, I said
Well,
the
then
you said what vehicle is a good family vehicle that's still fast, and you were right. Trackhawk is a good option for a family vehicle. I agree. It's an expensive option, but it's a good option. But I already know you'll want to be like your daddy, and then I'm going to have to do all kinds of work to it.
No, I'll do it
Yeah,
all.
bullshit.
You don't know how to work on those.
Yeah, never worked on a single one. Don't even know what they are.
I don't know how to work on those.
Yeah, how's that a family car, Terry? Tell us.
I mean, it's an SUV. It's just an SUV, that's all. It's a Jeep.
It is a Jeep.
Just a Jeep, guys. No big deal.
He does drive a
I
Tesla.
don't drive it.
You drove it the other night when I looked over at you and you had that grin from fucking ear to ear. Dumbass. Starfish tournament. Yeah, T. Diddy can wear his hot pants. They'll be catcalling him everywhere he goes down here.
Hey, boy.
Hey, boy, that pee-pee do. That's one of the funniest fucking videos, that old dude.
That guy is awesome.
Oh, you're getting torched now for the Tesla. In fairness, it isn't. Terry's wife drives the Tesla. What's up, Brad? I haven't seen Brad in forever. We got to get Brad down here. We need to sponsor Brad so he can come down to Florida on the 22nd.
Sponsor his trip. Yeah.
I can't sponsor any more people. I already sponsor Alex, so that's on you now.
You're gay.
What's happening, John? John's got a couple of events. Looks good this year too. John's planning a few big events in Canada. I hope that stuff works out for these guys. I mean, I'll be there to support the best I can. But Canada's such a small racing community. That's the only problem. It's hard to, there's so much, I don't know. I guess you keep racing the same people all the time, so everybody's always chirping each other. It's a very small group. So, but he's been doing good. He's been doing a lot better with his stuff. A lot of his events are growing, and they're a lot of fun. I always go to that's the one I won in Grand Bend this year. John's event. They're good events. We got the legend asking for media passes.
Yeah, VIP.
Does that mean Ben's coming down in February? Is that an official media? I don't want to start a media fight here. We have a lot of media people. Media people are always angry at each other.
I've only got so many VIP media passes I can hand out, so.
That is true. We are limited to media passes. Especially Ralph doesn't like media. Or too much media, I'll put it that way. Too many people past the starting line. Nice. Well, we hope you can make it down here. It's a lot of fun. It's a nice vacation. Bring the family. Take them to Disney. Take them to the beach. Yep. Make it a trip. That's the nice thing about our races down here, at least in February.
It's a break from the cold.
You can make it into a little vacation. It's not like going somewhere like, no offense, but going to Dig or Die is not a vacation when you're freezing your balls off. But it's nice to go somewhere that actually is warm and has beaches and stuff to go on vacation. So you get like a 2-in-1 kind of deal. Terry's going to start his own media channel soon. Aren't you, Terry?
No.
Live feeds?
Nope.
So then we're going to have KC, G2K, Ben, and probably the
Hustle.
Jared. Yeah. That's it for media passes, I guess. I don't think we have any more. We'll have to figure that out. That's only at night. During the day was still nice. During the day, Limpy got 3rd-degree burns on his forehead. You could have lit a cigarette off his head.
Yeah.
So that was only at night. At night, yeah, you got to wear a sweater. And if you don't have a sweater, well, conveniently enough, sweaters are for sale at the Sinister trailer. Would be awesome to see y'all race in the canceled race. Yeah, I don't think my truck will be together by then. Not only that, I don't think I could make it. It's way far from here. That is on my bucket list of things to do, but it won't happen this year. It's just, again, there's so much. It's hard for me. I mean, a lot of people have downtime. Guys in the north have winter. That's downtime. Guys in the south have summer. That's their downtime. And I'm the idiot that travels in between the two, so I have no downtime.
Yep.
So it's very hard for me to find time to freshen things up or fix things, or, as you guys know down here, look, we missed 2 events because of the transmission stuff, and I was freaking out about that. It's not easy to keep a vehicle running 12 months of the year because eventually something is going to let go. It can't run forever, so it's just hard to Dig or Die would be a vacation if you actually won. Still not a vacation. Looking forward. Yeah, I saw your post. We're waiting on your big news, so we can announce it as well for you. So tag me when you're dropping the news. I'm looking forward to it. I'd like to see what's going on. It's going to be different this year back home because now those other guys are doing the PYOP back home. So now there's someone else in the arena. I've been asked multiple times to do stuff there, but I need Terry with me. Need my Terry. He's the brains of the operation. I'm just the idiot who talks. Right, Terry? If Terry moves to Canada, then we can do events. Without Terry, I'm not doing anything. Right?
Yeah, I need to retire.
Yeah.
Just do this year round. Could be like Dylan, filthy rich, and
yeah, he could be like Dylan because he only races here and there. Fucking guy. People talking shit on G2K saying he begs for money. I don't think G2K's ever begged anyone for money. That's a weird comment. 40 is still sure. Brad's a real Canadian. They don't fuck around.
You guys.
I know, it's just saying I'm from New York, so it was a hell of a lot colder up here. Yeah, I don't think a lot of people are ready for it. And Florida cold is different. People don't really understand what that means, but it's tropical cold, if that makes sense. You're damp, but you're freezing. So it's weird. I get it. It is a different cold. It's like a damp cold. I'm excited for the new BYOP. I missed that venue too. Yeah, I hope it works out for them. I just wonder now what the other guys are going to do if someone else is starting to run events at the same venue. And the other problem is we're going to get right back into everything else that's been going on this year, oversaturation. When you have too many events in one place, people get tired of doing it. And that was another problem we have here is I don't really want to do too many events because it becomes a thing that's too many events is what dwindles car counts. It's just the nature of the beast because if you can go to an event every weekend, then you're just going to be like, I'm not going to go to this one or I'm not going to go to that one because there's no reason for you to go because there's one the following weekend. It makes it very hard when you start adding more and more. Like Ontario, for example, is a small place. So if they start doing too many events, it's going to turn into the same thing that's happening everywhere else in this sport. When you have 46 events on one weekend and there's only 46 racers, they're going to pick and choose the events they want to go to, but you're going to lose car count. Like it's going to stay small car count because you're going to have a few people going here. Because we have all our events in Ontario, but then you also have all the events in Detroit. You have all the events in New York that are all the same distance. And then I've noticed there's more and more events going on in New York as well now. So it's going to be, I don't know. I'm hoping this season maybe people work together a little better and try to spread out the events a little bit. Because there's a lot of weekends I see 3 different things I'd like to go to, but they're all on the same weekend. So then it puts you in a fucked up spot where you're like, well, I'd like to go to this, but I'd rather go to that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then it puts you in a spot where you have to pick and choose on where you're going to go. So if that's how I'm feeling as a racer, I'm sure everyone else is in the same boat. And then instead of everyone meeting at one cool race and having like a good race with 30, 40 cars, they're going to split into 3 different races. And now you have one race is going to have like 7. One race is going to have 15. Like people will still go to, I still think people will still go to like the bigger events. You'll always have people at War in the Woods. You'll always have people at Katie Cash Days. You'll always have people, what are some of the other bigger ones?
Your Digger Die.
You're always going to have big car counts at like those major events. But all these other people who are trying to promote all these other events on top of all that shit it's going to be tough. Because you can see it in the no prep calendar already. Like they're already stacking up. One weekend has, 5, 6, 7, 10 events for that weekend. I missed all the comments here. Looking forward to next season. Dropping big news. T Diddy's only media fans. Saying blah blah blah. Nice, Brad. Brad needs to put a couple kits of nitrous on that truck, and he'll be fine.
Hell yeah.
I watch G2K from time to time. I don't hear him begging for cash. Yeah, I've never heard anything about G2K begging for cash. Mike, do you ride snow sleds like snowmobiles? No, I don't. I gave that up years ago. I try to avoid the snow now, like the plague. My buddy messaged me actually the other day, and he's like, "Oh, we're going back north. We got this big snowmobile trip planned." I'm like, "That's cool." That shit can be expensive too. If you want to talk about an expensive hobby, those snowmobile trips and shit, you're spending thousands every weekend doing that. What's the key to getting so many passes out of your motor? Proper tuning, 100%. That's all it is. Having a good engine builder and having a proper tune-up in your car, where the car doesn't detonate, it doesn't, and a good maintenance schedule, I would say. I'm extremely meticulous with maintenance, and I try to spread that to my customers as well. We get the injectors cleaned 3 times a year. I change the oil every 4th race or 3rd race. I keep an eye on the oil. I keep an eye on the spark plugs all the time. I put in new plugs to see how everything's burning, make sure the cylinders are equal, and make adjustments with the injectors. I think all of that makes your motor happy. Like, we took the motor apart. Could I have probably ran it another half a year? Probably, but it's a lot cheaper to do bearings and stuff now. And not only that, I hate being in the position of halfway through the season and you need to refresh something, and that's like everyone's busy period, and getting parts is impossible. I would rather pull the motor once a year at this time of year, freshen it, knowing that it's going to last me until this time of year next year. That'll give me my season. It's going to be reliable. It's going to run every day. We're going to be able to go to the races we want to go to with, I mean, anything can happen. Anything's possible. I mean, injectors fail. Shit happens that's out of your control. But I'm a firm believer in being extra meticulous with maintenance and keeping an eye on everything and just having a good tune-up in your car all the time. Not getting too greedy on it, but making enough power. I mean, with a boosted vehicle, you can make enough power. It's just a boost. Just add more boost. So that's my key to success. Wonder if Sebring. There's a few places around here, and we've talked about a couple of airports and stuff, doing like an airport deal. But I think also a lot of guys, I see a mix here. There's a lot of guys that like the backside stuff, but there's also a lot of guys that like the front side stuff because they want to go fast. And I see it both ways. I mean, Immokalee, what I loved about Immokalee is it's a front side. You can go fast, but you can't go too fast, I guess would be. It has its limitation there on how fast you're going to go, which makes it competitive because you can still go fast, but it's still a competitive surface. And then if you scrape it, it makes it even more competitive. Where a backside like Orlando, you're not going to go fast at Orlando. I don't care what car you've got or what you're going to do. That's not going to happen for you. So it's fun to do those backside races because it's anyone's game there. But if you also spend a lot of money on your car to build something that can go fast, it's kind of lame when you're, let's say you have a 490 car that runs 490s at Bradenton, and then you go to Orlando and run 7.0s. You feel like, what the fuck am I doing here with this thing? Yeah. It seems dumb. So that's why we like to mix it up. Do one front side, then do a back side, and this and that. The problem with an airport and all that is it's going to be backside racing. I mean, it might get better, but the only way it's going to get better is by running events there over and over again. And a lot of guys don't want their runway all fucked up like that either. So I don't know. we might find someone down here and maybe do something, incorporate that. But I really like the idea of what we're working towards now, doing like a backside the first day and then flipping to the front side the next day. So people get the best of both worlds. Those kind of events seem cool to me. And worst case, if you're going for the weekend and you're a backside racer, you stay for the front side to watch. You know, it's entertainment. Especially when you're driving far. Like, that's what I always liked about KD Cash Days. It's like a whole weekend ordeal. You race the first day, then you race the second day. If you had to drive that far from Canada just to race for one day, it's kind of shit. Especially if you get knocked out first round. It's like, wow, that was a complete waste of gas and time, and it wasn't even fun. I'm not big on watching races. I like to be involved in the race. You guys need to pop off that backside Orlando race 2 to 3 times a year. 2 of them could be in the winter to avoid. Yeah, we have. Well, I've been talking to Javier from TRC. We're going to obviously be doing those races together. We partnered with them on those deals. So he's already been talking about possibly doing something in March. I think it's on their calendar already, but it's not 100% yet. So we will do 2 Orlando races, hopefully every winter. And then we're going to fill in the rest with some other venues. And the stream with TDD going to play us out. Behind you. It's got to get on the Baby Grant.
Baby Grand.
Yeah, the Orlando race was awesome. That place, I mean, that place I am comfortable with the 28-10-5 steel roof and quarters because it doesn't matter what car you have. You can have full-blown chassis car there. It isn't going to help you. That place is tough. Tougher than I actually thought it was going to be. I thought I had a handle on it this year, and I was doing pretty well. But it's like you walk that line. You know what I mean by that? Like you tune up, you have that pass, and then you add a little bit, just like the littlest bit is the fucking game changer between what you just ran and what you run now. And it's crazy how little of changes. Like I think when we were there on the starting line, I added 50 RPM and it spun the tires. Yeah. And I was like, that never happens. Like normally it gets better. You know what I mean? And I was like, oh, that last pass was good. I think we can add 50. We should add 50. And normally it's a no-brainer. Like 50 RPM on a starting line RPM is nothing, realistically. But that was the difference between leaving and spinning. It's just wild how touchy it is. Pro Street 519 going to be lit 2025. Oh, yeah. Absolutely. I tried to come to 2 events in New York. Messages to me? It's better to just DM me on Facebook. I'll be honest, Instagram for me, I get people giving me shit all the time. They're like, oh, I messaged you, fucking blah, blah, blah. In the dead of summer, I wake up in the morning and there's probably 35 messages. And I look through them quickly, and sometimes I don't catch all of them. I don't have time to go through because a lot of them are just questions. People asking me, you know, like, can you tune this, or what intake should I put on this vehicle, or what kind of motor build am I looking to do, this, that, and the other thing. And it's just, you almost need like a social media secretary to go through everything and answer all the questions, which I try to do in the morning while I'm making coffee, but sometimes I lose people's messages, so I apologize. Yeah, Maxwell can pull me. Imagine.
Maxwell's giant.
Maxwell is giant. Should we tell them the Maxwell story from this weekend?
Oh my God.
Terry tried to kill Maxwell.
Not tried. If I wouldn't have caught it, it'd have
Terry
been
almost
bad.
killed Maxwell this weekend. Not purposely. I'll take it. I don't even want to say that. A mistake was made.
Mistake was
made. You can go ahead and tell the story.
I might have a fucking rat in my garage. And at night when I shut the house up, he's eating the seal at the bottom of my garage door. So, like any normal guy, I'm trying to kill this rat. And I have a rat box, a bait box, and I got in a rush one day and I tried to open the bait box to put some bait in it and put it out in the garage. And I couldn't get it open. So I just took the bait out and set it in the corners of the garage, just the little green blocks of rat poison. And my buddy Mike and Maxwell came over to work on the dingo, and we tied Max up all day, and he was out there hanging out with us back and forth. And at one point I looked over there and I just thought, I wonder if those rats have eaten that block of poison.
The rat
But
had
no
eaten
block.
the block of poison, but it was a
There
big
was
rat.
no block at all. So I moved everything out of the way. I panicked a little bit, and then I had to say, hey, I'm pretty sure your dog has eaten a whole block of rat poison.
Yeah.
And we said,
So-
yeah, he'll walk it off.
No.
No, we didn't say that.
No.
We went
Into
to
the
emergency.
truck, off to emergency, or
Yep.
the emergency vet, and I'll tell you, they're cheap right out of the gate.
It was
Nothing,
fine.
nothing says cheap like going to the emergency vet. They had what did they do? Make him puke or pump his stomach?
Yeah.
One of the two.
No,
made
they
him
made him
puke.
puke. Yeah.
Made him puke. Out comes chunks of green fucking rat poison that Maxwell decided to ingest because he fucking eats everything.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think we saved his life. We called poison control. They charged me $95 for consultation, which is fucking crazy to me. But anyway, figured out what rat poison he ate. Luckily, Terry had the box, and they said that amount of poison for that big of a dumbass shouldn't harm him too badly, but just to keep an eye on him. And he puked most of it up, she said. It came out. And the good thing about Maxwell is, if you ever see Maxwell at the track or anything and you give him a French fry, he's more like a bird than a dog. He doesn't chew. That fry will just go straight in. Like, he doesn't chew anything. So I think the rat poison he ate also went in two chunks. So when he puked it out, it came right back out. So thank God Maxwell's still with us and alive. And he's perfectly fine now. It's been a couple days. He's still running around being a jackass. So if I lost my tuner like that, I was out of the business. That was it. I'm out.
Never get another
lose him.
tuner.
I can't get another tuner like Maxwell. He's the best in the business.
No.
So anyway, Maxwell is fine. Terry tried to assassinate him, but we foiled his plan.
It didn't work. I'm trying to get on my keyboard.
Luckily, Terry caught it, to be honest. Caught that it was missing, because I would have never known anything. The problem with Maxwell is he's very sneaky, so he'll just wander around. And I mean, I don't pay attention to him when he's wandering around normally, because I don't figure there's anything to really have to worry about. He's just wandering around the garage, but he got us this time. So we've all learned a valuable lesson that Maxwell will eat anything if it even looks like food. So no, I don't think it was. The weird thing is, it's not a blood thinning poison. It was what did she say? Psychotic? Like it does something to their brain?
Not psychotic.
No, she said it was something like it paralyzes. Neurological, like it just paralyzes the animal or whatever.
Using its legs and shit. Yeah.
Yeah, so they're like, so just
Watch
to let you know, he should be fine, but if tomorrow he gets up and he can't use his rear legs, you may want to bring him back. I'm like, what the fuck? What do you mean he can't use his rear legs? Motherfucker.
Working.
Anyway, he's fine. Maxwell's good. No, he wasn't babysitting him. He was with me. We just didn't know Terry had put rat poison out in the garage, to be honest. Or I would have probably tied him up. Anyway, not a big deal. Maxwell's fine. He's still with us. He's snoring and sleeping on the couch. I can hear him. We're all good. Shit happens. Terry felt horrible. He was almost crying, sobbing, holding Maxwell up like the dog from Lion King, like the baby from Lion King.
It was bad.
It was.
I was worried.
He's all good. Maxwell's too thick. It's going to take a lot more rat poison than that to take that fucker out.
He's huge.
Yeah, he's 30. What was he? 36 pounds,
He
38
was
pounds.
36 when we were there. It was 38 when we weighed him at my house, but yeah, he's huge.
Yeah, he lost a little weight.
You
Maxwell,
shouldn't have
36
a 40
pounds.
pound Frenchie.
Yeah, he's a big boy. Boy
That's
likes to
ridiculous.
eat. What can I say? He's like his daddy.
It's ridiculous.
So that's pretty much all the news we got. So we will see you guys, I guess. Hold on. What's today? What's 2 Sundays from now?
It'd be the 20...
Christmas. No, it'll be 28th. Yeah, maybe we'll do a quick Christmas deal. See what everyone's doing over Christmas. See what cool car parts they got. Hopefully Santa's bringing me a big block. We can replace that little 4.8 liter LS I got right now. Something bigger. Oh, that's horrible. Yeah, you got to watch dogs. I mean, I worry about that too at the shop with the antifreeze. I used to leave it in, like I would drain it out into buckets or whatever, but I don't leave that shit anymore. Yeah, I almost have to buy Maxwell his own plane ticket. Oh boy, here he comes, Mr. George. There he is.
This guy? He's so dumb.
That guy's going to be huge.
Look at him.
He's already grown again.
Yeah.
I bet by the time I come back, he'll be like Maxwell's size, if not bigger.
Yeah. A couple weeks, yeah.
Is 84 C10 Freddy the same Freddy
It's
that
gotta be. Gotta be.
is Freddy? I know where there's a big block. There's about 10 of them at the shop where my motor's at, because that's all they specialize in is big blocks.
It's nice.
I should ask him, hey, how about we just switch? I'll take that 632 you got there, and I'll give you my 4.8 liter. It is Freddy.
Yeah, gotta be. Yeah, he's doubled. I got him when he was 7 pounds, and he's doubled. He's 13.
Oh, I thought he was talking about me. I was like, yeah, I got the Swedish penis pump.
You've definitely grown 6 inches. It's all you.
It's one Swedish made penis pump. Hey, George. Mr. George causes a lot of shit, that little bastard. But does he pee on your curtains?
No, only Maxwell. That's Maxwell's curtain.
Uh-oh.
I had to kick George out.
Oh, you had the minions come? Oh, no. They're still there.
Yeah, they
Running through your living room. Tell them not to hit over the vases behind you with those flowers.
Yeah, careful.
Careful. Yes, George picks on Maxwell constantly. Maxwell drives him nuts. But you know what? Well deserved, because Maxwell is normally that guy.
He's a dick.
Maxwell will go around and just harass dogs. And now with Mr. George, Maxwell's getting harassed. He's getting it all back.
He didn't know what to do.
I don't know. I only did one pass, Brad, so it felt fine. It felt a little wobbly at first, but it could have also been in my head. We had a lot of weight. I'd like to try a 26 without all that weight in the bed. I think all that weight definitely skewed. The tire didn't feel solid. But we're going to give those 26s. We'll try them out a few more times. I mean, I have the tire now. Has George pissed off Gator yet? Many times.
Yeah, George is like the Dylan, of chat.
Yeah, just
He's a
picks away
menace.
slowly.
Absolute menace to everything and everyone around him. And then he takes a nap, and he's nice.
I hope Dylan's bringing the red car down in February. He should.
So,
we allow pro mods now.
Yeah, I think it actually says that Dylan is allowed.
That's the only time he's allowed to race here.
In the rules.
That's when we gave him that pass for that full-blown tube chassis pro mod that he has. How they let him race everywhere, I don't know. It's crazy. He must be paying people.
I mean, it's like one of those cars. He should have had he probably did have a spot at PRI. I don't know why I said he should have. He probably did.
Yeah, Dalton, we're going to try it. We'll see. I feel like they would too, but you have to change the geometry. It changes the geometry in the back, if that makes sense. Because now the truck sits a lot lower in the back, so the front's higher, like everything changes a little. So I think we just need to make some adjustments to get it all back into check and then give it a go.
Yeah, we need more time on him.
Merry Christmas to you too. I hope everyone has a fun and safe holidays. I can't believe Christmas is here already. Like literally fucking a week from now, almost.
Yeah.
A week Tuesday or Wednesday.
All the munchkins home. I'll be babysitting.
Oh, all the dogs, animals.
The dogs, the kids, they're always hungry, and the dog bit me, and
Ain't jealous of you. You love it. Don't act like you don't. I don't know where Dylan is racing next. Hopefully he's coming down here in February. I'm sure a lot of people like to see that car in person. He did a really nice job on that car. He's a hell of a chassis builder. I hate giving him compliments.
Oh, he is still in here.
See, he knows. No, Dylan, you're welcome at North versus South to run in small tire. I already told you that. Gator and about that shit. Except
Gator
sleeping.
don't.
She's about that shit.
She sleeps.
Oh, all right. Well, I'm getting off. That's good enough for today. Oh, we may or may not be on the table Tuesday. I don't know yet. Fuck, it goes forever on there. I like short and sweet. Say hi to everybody. See how everyone's doing. Oh, Dylan's finishing the Colorado. You got to bring it down for our tailgate class. More trucks, the merrier. I love tailgate classes. I wish more people would do tailgate. Thank you, sir. Yeah, I'll be heading out Wednesday, and then, like I said, back in the new year. Take a little time off, do some stuff at home. Start getting ready for the 18th. There's Mr. George. Ready to bite. See you, Brad. Merry Christmas to you, too. Merry Christmas to all you guys. Hope you guys have a wonderful holiday with your families. Safe. Get your race cars done. North versus South is the place to be in February. You got 2 months. 6 or 7 hours. What's up, man? So, yeah, we're on our way out. Terry, I will talk to you tomorrow.
Yep.
Everyone else, have a wonderful night. We'll see you in 2 weeks. Peace.
Adios.